So, what does a real Sudanese wedding look like? As it turns out, there's one about to happen in Gozbeyda, just south of camp. The daughter of the Sultan is going to tie the knot. The entire town turns out to celebrate. They even bring out a few musical instruments. And everyone is dancing the traditional tom-tom, complete with long-handled fans. The older people love this part. Everyone seems to be enjoying the spectacle. It doesn't hurt that they may go home a little wealthier than they came. The soldiers are all from the groom's side of the family. Turns out the Sultan's daughter is marrying the son of a general. But the real preparation started weeks ago, when several dozen members of the bride's extended family arrived from the capital to help. The Sultan rented them a house and quickly built a wall around it to protect them from prying eyes. Piles of raw ingredients were delivered, and they began to prepare a feast. Because the Sudanese have large and extended families, the guest list can run to several hundred people. That's not good news for the local chickens. The highlight of the feast will be a huge pot of assorted meats and other delicacies. There are also gifts, some for the bride, and some to hand out to guests. The host's reputation will depend on how much money he spends. Happily for him, this is a Muslim country, so technically he doesn't have to spring for alcohol. The bride herself is nowhere to be seen. She's off getting scrubbed and bathed and covered in scented oils. The groom provides the wedding bed, and the women cover it with tasty treats. Back at the Sultan's house, the public celebration is finally coming to an end. It's time to head out to a rented courtyard for a more private dance with family and friends. The general kindly provides the transportation. Unfortunately, they're way behind schedule and still setting up the all-important lights and music. And it's about to rain. Some guests have arrived early. The lucky ones are under awnings. The rest are just going to get wet. At least the bridal party is warm and dry inside a nearby house. For most of the women, this is their one chance to wear their fanciest clothes and high-heel shoes, henna their hands, and show off any accessories they own. Though the weather is making a mess of things. They finally decide to fix the dance floor, though for some, it's already too late. At last, the groom is here, 3 hours late. He doesn't dance, but he does do periodic victory laps. He also hands out a lot of cash. His entourage come with their own accessories. The singer and his band have their share of loyal fans as well. The women don't have to wait to be asked to dance, mostly because they're not dancing with the men. Though as time goes on, things get more and more risque. It's the Sudanese equivalent of dirty dancing. Suddenly, the bride arrives. They cover her from head to toe, and the groom helps her to her seat. What little you can see of her is beautifully decorated. Eventually, she's allowed to show her face. She must be a little overwhelmed. She's only just turned 15, and she's barely met her future husband. All too soon, it's time for her to leave again, in slow motion. Her snapping fingers are the only hint that she'd really like to stay and dance. Once she's gone, her female relatives can finally show themselves. They make quite an entrance, in the hopes that they too might one day catch a man. By midnight, the dance is over, and the next morning the women are back at their daily chores. They still have to finish preparing the big feast and serve it to the men. The guys have been busy working up an appetite since early morning. They'll eat first. The women get whatever might be left over. But first, they have over 500 mouths to feed. Last night must already feel like a distant memory.